let's take a look briefly the concept of a Java interface. So we are going to learn in detail in the later lesson though, but since we need to use some of the features, so let me give a brief introduction. Interface is similar to class, but it's a special case of a class where you can give only special things, not just a class. In class, you can add instance members, static members, and the method and the like. But in interface, you can only give a constant or method prototype. There are a few other things you can add though in Java 9 or higher, but we are going to look at the later. So when you define the interface, it's similar to class. So keyword interface is used, and then name of the interface, curly brace. So at this moment, you can imagine this is like a class definition, but what you can give is very limited. First, you can give a constant. If this is a regular class, we would use a final int. For example, max is 99, like that. But in interface, you cannot give anything other than constant, no regular variable. So we do not give a keyword final at all. But the syntax itself appears to be instance member, but it's not. It is a constant because it is inside interface. And also you can give a method a prototype only without the body implementation. So return type void, and let's call do it, and the integer n is a parameter. Then you don't give a curly brace, which is the implementation of the body, just terminated by semicolon. So this is a method prototype. Prototype means a method without the body implementation. So interface, you can give a constant or prototype, and there are a few other things later as I briefly mentioned. So at this moment, just remember this way. And then the most important thing to remember is a prototype is provided. The method prototype is defined. You can give as many prototype as you want, but let me use just one example. What is special about interface and different from class is that you cannot create an object. You cannot instantiate. What I mean by that, if action was a class, then you could do something like this to create an object out of that. But it is a compiler. What it says is that cannot instantiate the type action because action is interface. So you cannot create an object out of that. That is a special thing or difference between interface and a class.